Everything we know about this virus has been a lie. And a very small portion of people on this planet, in the thousands, benefited greatly, even though they were responsible to some extent for this crime. And so it's insane to think that for the people who were responsible for this, that it was a win-win scenario for them, while the rest of the planet was clearly a lose-lose scenario. There's nothing political about that.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. What was this virus? Where did it come from?
But we do know that the virus did not emerge from the wet market in Wuhan, and that it didn't emerge in December. It likely emerged in August, and that it was the product of research that was funded by the United States. And the writing was on the wall that this research could have caused a pandemic for 5 years at least. And there were regulations in place not to fund this research that Fauci and others violated to fund this research.
Exactly. So the form of research that created it is often called gain of function, and which in crude terms effectively makes a virus, its manipulation of a virus to make it more dangerous in order, say, researchers to create more effective vaccines against it.
We can't prove the moment the virus leaked or the exact origin. We can prove that there was a cover-up. Because to admit that what this virus does is to admit that you'd been funding it for years, and that what the furin cleavage site is, and that even the way that HIV viruses interact with coronaviruses, because Fauci funded a study by the same scientists who were implicated in the COVID disaster to experiment with coronaviruses as an HIV vaccine in 2014. So this is a Pandora's box. You open it up just a crack and it blows open and all hell breaks loose. So for almost a year, lies were told about this virus, not just where it came from, but how to treat it, how it was spread. If we were honest about lab engineering, we would have been able to stop the spread in the way that it mattered the most. The problem is you can't get an emergency use authorization for a vaccine if there's another useful countermeasure.